Hey, good evening, friends. I got a buddy here. Oh, hi, Bobs. This is my kitty cat. This is the guy that wakes me up in the morning. He's my alarm clock, 4 a.m. Well, sometimes he doesn't make it. I just got to get up on my own. He's a good cat, though. Poor little guy. He's been out chewing on grass. He's scared of everything but his shadow. Well, sometimes even his shadow. But he's got that. He gets in there in the grass and he gets his chin all tore up. He starts scratching on it. I don't know what's going on, but oh, tell me about it, dude. He talks too much. I'm gonna need a drink. You want to have a drink with me? Cause it is that time of day. It has been. Well, last week was the 4th of July. Everybody got all their fingers and toes. We didn't even buy fireworks. I Sherry worked Friday night. No, Thursday night. Thursday night. Sherry worked Thursday night. I worked Thursday day, and then we both had Friday off. Of course, she was running on fumes. We got in the little Audi and we made a trip to the city. Kind of did a loop. Just a really good day. We went to breakfast and then went to this place called Cooper's Hawk Winery. There's Cooper's Hawk's got wineries throughout the United States, and hang on, let's fill her up. There, that's a camping. So the third bar, that's a camping drink right there. And this is, by the way, Stillhouse Black Bourbon. Is that what they call it? Black Bourbon. It's actually it's a bourbon whiskey, and then they put coffee beans down in the barrel and let that set. Oh, really good. Of course, if you watch any of my videos, um, the kids got me last Christmas Devil's River uh, Devil's River coffee bourbon or something. I don't know. But it's got caramel, coffee caramel, and vanilla. Really, really good. And that's my choice, but it's out at the retreat. We're having another veterans retreat next weekend. So I might bring it back. I might go buy myself another bottle. I don't know. But yeah, it's been wild, as you can tell. I've been out in the sun, but getting things done. I got to put a lot of stuff on the back burner because I got to tell you, I got a couple friends that are kind of, I don't know, they're prepping, and I thought, you know what, maybe you're onto something. I mean, if you've seen any of my projects in my armory, you know that I've got a little going on here, a little going on there, but I ordered some armor and a plate carrier, and you know, just I don't know. Maybe I'm freaking out. Maybe I'm triggered. I don't know. I've been watching. What you can't help but watch the news. You can't make this shit up, man. And people have been saying this for 4 years. Hey, this you're not quite all up there. And then I watch these guys on the behavior panel, and they talk about they're really smart people, very very smart people, and they talk about you know things that happen in your brain and changes that occur when you get older, and they were pointing out, like there's this interview with George, and there's some drool coming outside of the dude's mouth, and like that's usually from medication, and some of the other things indicate that there's medication involved. Well, from what I can tell, the dude needs medication, and it's really hard to watch. It is sad. I mean, those of us that are elderly, it's not fair. It's not a funny term. The elderly group remember when Ronald Reagan was suffering from what they later diagnosed as early onset Alzheimer's when he was still in office. You could see it. He was in office running the leader of the free world and suffering from early onset Alzheimer's. What do you do? What do you do? So anyway, yeah, it's got me stressed. Everything's got me stressed. Just watching the news has me stressed. And shout out to our dear friends in the public service arena. There was a police officer down by Columbia, Missouri, that was swept away during a water rescue. He did not survive. So, for you people, first responders, med techs, police officers, firemen. These people, they risk their lives for us, for the safety of the community. And if anybody doubts that that is a true statement, you need to reevaluate your life. Maybe go spend a couple days, at a firehouse or something. And I kind of felt the same way. Missouri is a family preservation state, which is really a bad thing. I know, but it is a bad setup, and it makes things very hard for the children involved. I truly believe that a lot of these social workers, especially the judges, I believe that every judge that has anything to say about child custody needs to probably go down to the children's hospital and just look at the admissions, because the admissions will tell the story. Honestly, you don't want to hear the stories. They're beyond bad. So anyway, just wild stuff going on. So I've been kind of prepping, and yeah, I'm not putting my Studebaker on the back burner. It's still there. I've got to order the drive shaft. I'm getting rid of the carrier bearing and going with a one-piece drive shaft. I got the seat bolted down the other day, which I don't think that's the seat for that car, because it doesn't sit. I mean, I've got it sitting perfect, but I had to fabricate a frame on each side to get the bolt holes to where the bolt holes were right. It was way off. So I think maybe the guy got the seat out of a two-door Chevy or something. I don't know. But that seat does not go with that car, I can tell you. But anyway, I got it all set up. It's perfect. It's locked down. I got one that doesn't have a bolt like down in the floor. There's a nut. That nut on the front passenger side's missing. So that one kind of I got to get that bolted down, but everything else is locked down. It's riding pretty good. So I took Dad for a ride the other day. No exhaust, We're chugging around. He's like, "Well, that thing hurt your ears." And of course, you let off the gas, and it's nice and quiet. And you chug, 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 chug. And then we get out on the highway, and I drop it into low gear and just roast the tires and hit second. And I was like, "Yeah, it's okay." Just a 355 Chevy. I could probably do a lot better if I built a 383, probably really come to life at that point. But I don't want to get beyond that point to where I got to put high octane gas in. I want to be able to burn 88, because I know how expensive race fuel is. I've been there, done that, and I don't want to go down that road. But anyway, yeah, doing that, and then got the veteran stuff going on, and trying to spend time with Sherry, and then of course back here on the workbench in the armory, and had a couple clocks I had to fix. Just staying crazy busy and productive at work. Every day I go to work and I got something to do, just steady stuff going on. But it's just that point to where I hear what's going on, and I watched the debate, and I'm like, I thought it was going to be pretty interesting. But it wasn't. It was kind of sad. So I don't know. I'm freaking out, man. And I turned on the TV and they got the ESPYs going on. Yeah, I understand it's humanitarian stuff and all that, but just a bunch of rich people handing out these fucking trophies. You know what? And the royal family, kudos to both of those brothers. They're veterans. No bullshit. I'm sure they had security around them all the time when they were deployed. And there's no doubt in my mind, and they were probably never in harm's way, because I'm telling you right now, a member of the royal family in harm's way, somebody's losing their job. Somebody's going to lose their job. But I don't care. The dude, he's legit. And I understand, of course, him and his wife are sitting there with Oprah doing this interview. And, you've seen the memes with just stacks of cash lined around them. It's true. It's real shit. It's just the environment that they're in. And I will tell you, take it the way you want. But I was married to Amber Heard for 13 years too, and we'll see how long this one lasts. I don't know how long has it been married now. Has it been 5 years? I don't know, but yeah, that's we know where the problem lies, if there is a problem, right? But I mean, the dude's estranged from his family. He hasn't talked to his brother, who knows how long, right? And his dad. It's heartbreaking. I went through that. I was there when I was married to Amber Heard. I was there. That type of person will estrange you from your family. And it wasn't until years later that I realized, that there's a personality disorder involved. Whether it be just straight up covert narcissism or borderline personality disorder. They're very, very close. Do a little study and do a little research, you'll see what I mean. But it wasn't until I realized that. I was watching those guys on the behavior panel again, and realized that the person, my first wife, had, a really miswired stuff upstairs. And there's nothing that she could change. You can't change that. That's hardwired into who you are. I would imagine maybe with counseling, but my personal opinion, there's no amount of counseling that's going to fix something that's hardwired into your absolute essence as a person. It's upstairs, kind of like a psychopath. They say that they don't have the amygdala or something. There's no wiring there, so they don't have any emotions. Something extreme has to happen before they can actually feel any kind of emotion. Even at that, it's probably minimal. So anyway, I'm tripping out, tripping balls, freaking out. Ordering lightweight armor and carriers and front packs and high caps and crazy stuff. But I know it's wild, but I don't know, just nervous, I guess. And if you know me, I have an affinity for firearms. Sherry's like, why are you messing with so many firearms? Are you gonna shoot me or something? I was like, babe, years. This has been going on for decades. I got a magazine over here I pulled out the other day, Century International. They were in Boca Raton. I don't think they exist. I think they're long gone. But they used to import, and if you remember my story, Red X, where they used to sell barrels. It's an armory down here, and some of these firearms are 100 years old. And more, older than 100. And I appreciate that. I have a passion for things that are built to last forever. And funny thing is, firearms are kind of sort of built to last forever. Anyway, got all kinds of stuff I'm playing with, and I love to get intricate with it and modify it and change it up. But at the same time, I question society as a whole. I'm not going to freak out, It's not like I'm not going to throw on armor and go driving down the road and stuff. I don't know. Something makes me want to be prepared. I see several people that I know. They're like prepped out, and they both live in the city, and they're like, yeah, I got a go bag and I got my stuff. And then my other house, I've got all my stuff at my other house so that I can get out of the city. I'm like, what? That's a little extreme. But, the more time goes by and the more I really just watching the news. And there was these women down there on the plaza just busted into a place the other day and just sprayed some mace on the assistant manager and stole a bunch of shit. Shootings in broad daylight. There was a cop in Houston, got shot ambushing yesterday. He was some guy pistol whipped a clerk because his pizza wasn't made right. People are going crazy. And then we got all these immigrants coming in, I'm telling you. So pay attention to this. If you see somebody that's got a tattoo on their arm, a big tattoo on their forearm, either side, of a steam locomotive, that's not because they like trains. That's the Aguara train gang, okay? Train de la Aguara. They're a Venezuelan prison gang, and they are here. So just get away from these people. Be very careful. You know, these women are getting abducted, raped, killed. This guy from Turkey raped this girl in Albany. You know, it's getting real. Shit's getting real. So just mind your surroundings. Mind the people around you. Don't stop living, though. You know, don't freak out. Don't go prepping. Shit. It's time for drinks. I spent the past 3 hours in contract negotiations with these people. They think they could just have whatever they want, and they want it right now. And at the board, we're all sitting there like, no, we can't do what you want because we have customers, and we exist because of residents, not because of commercial operations. So it's a whole big deal, and that's just raises my blood pressure. And then these people come in, you know, the CEO, he wants to be some sort of hard charger, like, well, this is our last offer. We're going to terminate negotiations. Okay, terminate negotiations. We don't give a flying fuck. We are here to serve residential customers. We're not here to serve you. But if you want to be a special use customer, you sign our contract. And of course, there's been negotiations going on several, months, and we're coming to mutual agreements. But it's been rough. It's been rough, and that's why I need drinks. That goes down so smooth. So this Stillhouse, I can't say it enough. This is so good, and it's 80 proof. It's full proof coffee whiskey. Mix it in with some Pepsi or some Coke. Oh, it's just wonderful, wonderful. It even calmed Bubby down over here. So anyway, all in all, it's been a productive month. I don't even think it's the 15th yet. Today is the 11th. And we've got some guy on the news telling us that he's the leader of the free world, but he can't complete a sentence. I don't know what to say. Just enjoy your life, and if you feel like having a few drinks, have yourself some drinks, and just try to bring your blood pressure down. I'm going to try to bring mine down, maintain my projects, and keep Bubby content. He's such a good cat. I wish everybody had a good guy like this hanging around. But anyway, I'm sure if you're watching this video, you're a good person as well. But anyway, live your life. Love your life. Don't freak out. Everything's going to be all right. Come what may. So have a good day. Have a few beverages and stay relaxed. Wind down for the weekend, my friends. Wind down for the weekend. Bye.